All right, it's Friday, August 18th. This morning was a little bit scary. It was that key decision point. What happens at these key moving averages, right? We were looking for 39.50 on ARK for a long time. That was the 200-day moving average. And we told you this morning, either this is a great buying opportunity or is at the precipice of a big further drop and a big market crash. And we've been in it. We didn't make any changes or anything, but we told you, hey, if you got the guts, that's a great buy at 39.50. The one thing we did do, we were short IWM looking for the 200-day moving average, and we covered there, right there. We covered that short at 182.17 or so. 182 was in pre-market. So that one we did right. ARKK, we should have shorted knowing that it was going to 39.50. We didn't, but we held our breath. We waited. We hoped for a bounce off this 200 DMA, and we got it. So things are looking good there. SPY, however, a little trickier. So I've had this kind of diverging opinion where I think ARKK is going to bounce, but SPY is going to keep going down. And so far, I've been I've been right the last couple of days. But since the open for today, intraday, I've been wrong, right? So intraday here, we see this bounce off the lows here. SPY doing well. Little jittery up here. Look at that M. Wow, that's a real M. Look at that. Anyway, we're still short SPY. We're still short SPY. We also shorted Meta. Now, we just had a show with Rex, and he scared me a little bit. He was like, no, man, these are great opportunities in Meta and SPY, and the market's bullish here. So it was making me hesitate a little bit. So we did shave off some of our Meta and SPY short. The other thing that we're doing is we're still long FAZ because of the bankruptcy, and maybe that's a good decision. Look at that. We're still long FAZ and KRE and short KRE. We want to be short financials because of this bankruptcy, Evergrande, $300 billion in debt that they have, which could maybe have some contagion associated with it. And if not contagion, some sentiment impact in the financial industry and what could potentially happen with commercial real estate in the United States. So We're short SPY and Meta, although again, Rex is making me a little bit concerned about that, especially because everything else is working for us so much, right? Right now, today, ARK bouncing off 39.50 is just beautiful for a portfolio, right? We have Overstock up 2%. We have Apron up 10%. We'll talk about that in a second. Yatra 2%. LAP's back to break even. Quick is up 4%. VTSI is up 1%. So like everything's working for us, and it's like, you know, so why am I short SPY? It's messing up my portfolio, at least intraday here. But in any case, let's dig into the specifics. Apron, Rex is telling us that's a fresh breakout today. And I reminded him about the shares outstanding here, 6 million. I don't know what the float is. It's something less than that, obviously, and the short interest is 28% of the float. I can figure it out somewhere. Someone has the answer from another database or whatever, like what the float is. But this thing, they have cash, they have no debt. Based on the shows we've done with Chris Tuttle at SPACfest, the IPO candidate, we think this is worth $15 to $20. This is an ideal candidate for like some sort of parabolic short squeeze. So after I told Rex about that, he pulled up the chart and he said, "Yeah, Ben, I agree with you. You're right. This could make a move to $15 to $20." So I'm very excited about this fresh breakout in Apron today. And this has been the strongest stock maybe in the whole stock market this week. Unbelievable. Look at this relative strength. We were riding it this week. I did end up selling some yesterday because I got jittery and I wanted to raise some cash, and now I'm regretting it. But I still have a nice position. But man, we sold like half of our position yesterday, and I'm kicking myself a little bit. But in any case, Apron looking good. Overstock, complete gap fill today. Complete back to the penny. Look at that. It's amazing how these technicals work. The close is 25.54 was a low day. Okay, 25.26. Overshot it a little bit. I got to believe that's the low. I know the 200 DMA is looming, but sorry, man. At some point, you have to give credit for the Bed Bath & Beyond acquisition. I've been wrong. At the 20, I thought it would hold. At the 50, I've been wrong all the way down, but I'm still sticking to my guns. I can't. I'm not a pure technical trader. I can't tell you, oh, it's going to 200 DMA. We have a positive fundamental catalyst in the Bed Bath & Beyond, and I think it's got to hold somewhat above these technical support levels. Okay, that's my opinion. ARKK made it all the way to 200 DMA, but not Overstock. To me, that's a sign, right? That's a sign the market is finally giving credit to this Bed Bath & Beyond acquisition. So I'm thinking this gap fill is going to hold, and we did buy more today. We bought more yesterday. We've been buying, like we're overweight, overstock. We've been buying on every dip, and it's so far been a problem for us. But one day it's going to do well, and we'll be fine. Okay, that's Overstock. PSQH, I've been very constructive on this recently because of a combination of technicals, sentiment, and catalysts. Okay, so I can't show you the chart here very well. You know what? Let me see if I can do it on Webull. Let's see. Still not so familiar with how to use Webull. Okay, because I got to switch to a different app soon. But okay, let's see. Let's go to maybe 5. Can I do 5 minute? Let's see. 5 minutes. It's so much harder than TD. Now I gotta. How do you do this? Anyone knows how to use this stupid Webull? All right. Daily, but I want to move in. I can't. Okay, go in. Can't do it. Someone's got to give me a better phone app to use. Okay, I'm on the weekly. No, I don't want to be in the weekly. I want to be on the daily, but I want to zoom in. Okay, maybe I just got to go to 1 minute. All right, let's see. Okay, if I go to 1 minute, but I want a bigger range. How do I get a bigger range on 1 minute? Come on, give me a bigger range. Give me, see, sucks. This is, all right, you know what? Let's try E-Trade. All right, let's see what E-Trade has in store for us. So I don't want to do that. Okay, we can't do E-Trade now. Okay, so in any case, PSQH, the chart's good. All right. Maybe if I have time at the end of the show, I'll pull up my desktop. Okay, and then we can chart it. But I've been showing this to you. So this is really setting up. We have good sentiment in the fact that it's the conservative space that gets a lot of premium sentiment, whether it's RUM or DWAC or whatever. They get huge premium sentiments in this space. And then also the CEO, after earnings, said they don't need to do a raise. They can get to cash flow profitability without an additional raise. And we're waiting. The big thing we're waiting for is a Tucker Carlson catalyst. There's going to be huge publicity over Public Square sometime very soon. Don't know the exact date. I expect it to be sometime this month in August. It could be any day. So once that happens, I think that this is when this thing's going to break out. I've been looking for 15. Rex is saying 1350 is your key level. So you can move to 1350 pretty much easily, even without a catalyst. But then you have to break 1350 in order to get a move higher. And if it breaks 1350, you can get much higher. You can get maybe up to the 30s, is what Rex is saying. I was only looking for 15 to decide if I sell. Maybe I'll sell some at 1350, and if it breaks, then maybe we look for a move much bigger than 15. We'll see what happens. Okay, PSQ, and we can be wrong about all this, right? That's why you got to manage your risk and your size and be diversified and everything. But I've been holding PSQH for weeks, waiting for this breakout. Okay, so Yatra has been very strong as well. Relative strength this week, you can see it. Look at that little cup forming in here, little cup breakout forming ahead of a huge catalyst that can come any day, where we're going to get timing of the IPO in India and maybe also pricing. Technically, I have a $3 target on it up here. You see these candles, $3. But fundamentally, depending on the pricing of the IPO, there's some speculation that we could see up to $4 depending on the pricing of the IPO. So I've been accumulating actually a big position in Yatra. We picked up even more today at 245. Okay, so Yatra, I'm pretty excited about the relative strength that we're seeing and also the upcoming catalyst. So stay tuned for that. LAP, glad to see this back at break even today. This chart's starting to look decent, man. Starting to look good. All right. I'm not Rex. I can't tell you why it's looking good. I can just tell you it's holding these supports, right? It's holding this low. It hit 110 and we covered in real time. We gave you that spike up. That was fun that day. Since then, it hasn't been fun. Okay. So since that spike up that day and we're like crushing the markets on Tuesday, we're very happy. And then everything just finally caught up with the market downturn. But in any case, 133, it's got to kind of break above this 20 DMA to get going. So we'll see if that happens. But I am basically waiting and sitting on this, and I'm taking a risk, right? Taking a risk that my interpretation is correct, that there's a good chance they don't need to raise money anymore. And if they do, it'll be a small amount of money and it shouldn't impact the stock too much. That's what I'm thinking. $180 million revenue coming in the second half of the year. This is a $213 million market cap. They're guiding for profitability first half of next year. And they're also guiding that they could do it without a raise if Rivada pays them on time here, $180 million in the next the rest balance of the year. So I'm taking their word for it. And we got a big position. We'll see what happens. All right. We got big positions now in LAP, Yatra, Overstock, smaller positions in Apron and PSQH. Although they've been the strongest, we've had smaller positions in these stronger ones. Who knew that they would act the strongest, Apron and PSQH? Okay. So aside from that, Quick has been a disappointment. Also, very large position for us. I did not anticipate this, that the market really pulled it down. This is deal, man. Go listen to the conference call. You're going to see that this is an inflection point and very similar. I don't want to say very similar, but it is similarities to the air inflection when we got it at 250 and then went all the way to $50, right? Similar in its quality, but maybe not as similar in its magnitude. Meaning, I don't know enough. Like EV space, it was obvious, right? It was obvious the use case for air and the fact that the revenue was going to explode within this EV segment. Quick, qualitatively, it's very similar to Air in that they're flipping to profitability for the first time in their history. And they're guiding for sustained profitability through 2024. People have been waiting for this for years, and we're here. This is the moment we've been waiting for years. And now we're here, not only flipping to, I forgot the exact word he used, significant profitability or substantial profitability. I forgot the word. An analyst asked him about that. Like, what do you mean? And it's like, well, we're not talking pennies or nickels, right? Or he said, we're not talking pennies or a nickel. You have to go check the transcript. Was it a nickel or nickels? I'm not sure. But he's talking about flipping to significant profitability here in the current quarter and then sustaining it through next year. This is a steal. I'm really surprised. It must have been the market. It must have been the market that pulled it back down. But then again, you can't, I mean, how can Apron hold up, right? How can PSQH? You can't blame the market. Like sometimes you have individual characteristics that can buck the market trend. That's what I was hoping for Overstock. And it's disappointing, right? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes your Apron bucks the market trend. PSQH bucks the market trend. I would have thought Overstock would have, but it's not. It's ARKK pulling it down, right? So Yatra is bucking the market trend because of the individual catalyst, and I really thought Quick would buck the market trend because of the individual catalyst, but for some reason it didn't. So I got been a little surprised at that, both on Quick and Overstock, how the market's been taking it down. But we're sticking to our guns, sticking to our analysis here. Look at that bid on VTSI, 4,100 shares at the bid, which is significant for that stock. The volume today is just 72,000. So 7-1, beautiful, sticking to our guns on this one. It was disappointing to see that. Very similar chart to Quick, back under the key moving averages. Now it's moving back up. So anticipate the same type of price action with Quick to move back and VTSI moving back up over these key moving averages. So let's just hope that ARKK cooperates. It's a little bit scary because, like, I think SPY is overvalued, and in my mind, like, these are just these are just small corrections. Yeah, I think SPY has a better chance of bouncing off 432, 431. Right, you have the strong here at 431.73, but also SPY is very diversified, many different industries in it. Right, so like I don't think I'm going to be shorting SPY after hopefully we hit our 432, 431.73 target Monday, and I think I'll be done shorting SPY. But like Meta and QQQ, like I think these can keep going down. And my thesis is that the money rotation out of big caps and into the ARKK, and maybe I'm going to be wrong about that because this week everything was moving down together. But that's my bet now. My bet is that ARKK holds this 200 DMA bounce, and it's going to keep all of our stocks going up right now. But can that happen if QQQ is going down and Meta's going down? I don't know, man. Some people probably say no. And if you think the market's going to crash, and if you think QQQ and Meta is going to crash, why the heck are you in ARKK? I can understand that. But that's our current positioning. So, but in any case, Meta, I was challenging Rex a little bit on this. And today's a very important day. If this thing, like, by the end of the day goes to 275 or below, I think you're going to see Meta at 250 next week. Right now, I know Rex, we just did this show, and he was bullish on SPY and Meta. He thinks like the bottom's in. I'm a little more skeptical because of macroeconomics and what's happening in China and Evergrande. And it just looks like the beginning of a more significant correction for QQQ and these big cap techs. I could be wrong, but in any case, we're shorting Meta right now, and maybe we'll end up looking at like fools, and then maybe we shouldn't be doing it at all because their stocks are doing great today. Oh my gosh, apron! Ha 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 ha! Wow, beautiful! La da 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 da! Whoa, that's volume over there. Let me see what I got on the tape. Let's see. I got one block here that I could see at 10,700. Hold on. My partner's sending me a message while I'm live on the show. Okay, 856. What is the volume here on that spike? Is this accurate? Sometimes it's not accurate. I got to go out, and then 57,000 that just came in. 57,000 just came in. You don't see that often on Apron. I guess that's accurate. Yeah. Wow, this could be fun, man. This could really be like 15 to 20 bucks fast. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. This is going to be fun. All right, man. Why did I sell some Apron yesterday? It's just unbelievable. Like, all the risk assets were crashing the last 2 days, and Apron was holding up. I'm like, all right, Apron's going to get caught up in it, so I better take some off the table. And somehow it didn't get caught up in it. So here we go. Still got a nice position anyway. Apron. This is going to be fun, hopefully. If the traders grab this can explode. I mean, there's nothing available. Man, there's nothing. 28% of the float short with 6 million shares outstanding. This can be fun. Wow, let's have some fun. All right. So what else do we got? If you have any questions, now's the time to put it in. Let me see what's going on Rumble. How you doing? A few folks at Rumble watching us. So if you have questions, go ahead, put it in the YouTube chat over there or in the Rumble chat. And oh yeah, I wanted to cover HE. I got into HE today. I put the catalyst in our VIP community earlier. Got in around these prices, 13.20 or so. This is the Hawaiian electric company that's gotten smashed because of the fires in Hawaii and some concern about restructuring the company because of lawsuits and liability, things like that. But today's the first green day since it's come down, and it's green for a reason. Let's see if I can find it here. Okay. Hawaiian Electric seeks advice but says goal is to not not to restructure. Hawaiian Electric says it's not planning a restructuring, okay, but seeking advice to endure as a strong utility. Hawaiian Electric doesn't plan to restructure. So who knows what's going to happen at the end of the day? It might not work, but for today, I thought that was a significant catalyst combined with the fact that we are green today for the first time since the news. So I did get a position here, and I'm just going to hold this through the end of the day. I don't have a specific price target. I know there's a nice amount of resistance at like 1440 that maybe you could say that's my price target, but I just want to see how the day plays out because this thing has just been hammered and maybe some positive sentiment starts circulating with this news. And who knows how high of a run we could potentially get. But to be honest with you, it's flatlined since 11:45 a.m. and that doesn't make it look as attractive. I was hoping for this to keep on going towards maybe where it was in pre-market in the 1450 to 15 area, but I don't think I'll be holding this past today. Okay, getting a 1-day trade in here, seeing if we can get momentum through the end of the day as Apron sitting there at the high of the day. Man, Apron can be fun. It's probably trending near number one on StockTwits, I would think right now. Let's see. Let's see what's going on at StockTwits. Apron is one that's been gaining attention and it's trended several times in the last few weeks. Yeah, it's trending number 2. Okay, number 2 trending with like only 370,000 in volume, up 15%, 28% short, 6 million shares outstanding. Who the float? Who know? Where can I find float information? If anyone has that, I think I used to get it from Yahoo Finance. But in any case, all eyes on Apron right now. Let's see if I can find the float info here. I can probably calculate it in a second from. Okay, let's see. Okay, so again, the float's 3.64 million shares. The float is 3.64 million shares, and 1.2 million are short. Wow, that is insane. Oh my gosh, man. In the olden days, I would put in like 30% of my portfolio in a stock like this. But sometimes it works and then sometimes you get burned. So over the years, I've learned to play it safer. So I can't do that. All right. We got a much lower allocation in Apron. But man, if it was my own money right now, I'm talking about what we're doing for the hedge fund. We can't take that sort of risk. Can't have a 30% position in Apron. But man, it's so tempting. All right. In any case, let's see. Let me check if I got any chats in Rumble. I don't see it in YouTube. So with that, that's where we're at, man. We're hoping that this is the bottom in ARKK and IWM. That's the hope. And at the same time, somehow in a contradictory fashion, I'm short SPY. So let's see what happens with that. And good luck to everyone. You can join our community at storytrading.com/app. Yeah, this is starting to look ugly on SPY, right? Let's hope. Not hope. I don't want to hope. I'm just saying, okay, look, okay, so I'm short. Like, hope is okay. I don't want to hope for you guys, but if it'll work out for me. Let's say that. Okay, what's Meta at? Let me just see because Meta looks ugly. Meta is so freaking ugly. I got to tell you. Okay, no, okay, so let's see what happens. All right, guys. With that, let's try to crush it. We got some good ingredients in our portfolio to beat the markets this month. If Apron blows up, if Overstock finally turns around, if PSQH makes it to 15, if Yatra makes it to 3, if LAP makes it to 150, if Quick makes it back to 950, then we are going to be in really good shape for this month. All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll catch you later. We'll catch you Monday morning in our community. Go to storytrading.com app and we'll see you there. Have a great afternoon.